So we know it's been quite emotional talking about the actual abduction of your beautiful daughter. How has that abduction impacted your life and your family's life?
Well, if you spoke to my wife, she would say the day that my daughter was abducted was the day she lost her husband. Because 24/7, 365 days a year, my head is working on getting Rhian home. Even when I'm in the room, she'll say to you, I'm not in the room, because she knows I'm working on the next strategy to try and bring my daughter home. I'm a bit reluctant to say about my health, because one of the things you've got to remember about family court is anything you shall say shall be used as evidence against you. I suffer from depression. I'm on the maximum medication because I've had to do this on my own with no help and no support other than from my wife. Actually, to be fair, how we managed to stay married through this and through a COVID and through homeschooling and now through a cost of living is beyond me. All their friends say, why are you still with him? Why didn't you just walk away? My stepchildren have been tolerant, loving and caring. And my two little boys, they don't know who Rhian is. They're Rhian's brothers, they're Rhian's half-brothers. Thomas, when Thomas was born, because Rhian was in the UK then, Rhian doted over Thomas. Absolutely, all she ever talked about at school was Thomas. Thomas this, Thomas that, Thomas that. And she lost all of that. She's never met Alex. And life just goes on. But I mean, people say to me, "Isn't it time you stopped?" It's been nearly 5 years now. Do you not think you should give up? But I don't know how to. How do I walk away? How do I walk away from my daughter? What do I tell my daughter when she's 16, 17, 18 and she may find me? Do I tell her I gave up because I didn't care, I didn't love her? Or would it be better to take an alternative? You know, because this is painful. This is really painful because you end up under so much pressure. Even from people in the legal profession, everyone starts telling you it's time to pack up. But they don't tell a mother it's time to pack up. It's only a dad who has to pack up. It's only a dad who's expected to walk away. I can't walk away from my daughter. I can try and reduce the impact on everyone, which is what I try to do. But this has destroyed me financially. Well, it's destroyed us financially. Psychologically, the wounds are so deep. I don't think I can be. I don't think I can be fixed. I think I'm broken.
How much approximately have you spent?
Well, I guess about conservatively about £160,000. My pensions, my pension lump sums, all my cars have gone. I know, the cars is a bit. My wife's cars have gone. Her inheritance has gone. Job's gone. Do you know what I even worry now is if I go back to work, could I actually work? Because could I concentrate? Because at the moment I do, you know, I look after my two boys and they bring me comfort because I'm looking after them. But if I went into work, I'm not sure I could cope with my daughter and not see my boys as well. I think it possibly pushed me over the edge. I don't know. It's just, yeah, you know, when someone kills someone, they get a sentence. Depending on the circumstances, that sentence can be a year, can be 10, 20, 30 years. My daughter has a life sentence. She may not realise it yet, but she does have a life sentence. And I have a life sentence. I can never undo any of this. I can never forget any of this. I can't forget the stuff that I've read, the things that have been said about me. I can't undo it, and it's all lies. And that's painful. It's incredibly painful. And on top of all of that, I miss my daughter every minute of every day.
And when special occasions come around, how does that impact you?
Well, Father's Day and my birthday and Christmas are the hardest, I think. Father's Day, because my daughter loved me so much and I loved her so much. We just had so much fun together. All I can do is try and I can't, I don't know, I can't even think about it sometimes because it hurts so much. Christmas, do you know what, it's hard to pretend to be happy. Even when something makes you laugh, you think, I don't really want to laugh. My wife now says I have resting bitch face because I'm miserable all the time. I don't mean to be miserable all the time. It's just this stuff weighs heavy. And I'm not surprised so many fathers take their own lives, because not only is the pain of losing your child unbearable, it's everything else that comes with it. The financial loss, the psychological torture, the bullying. You know, if a woman went to a court and told the court what had happened, that what had happened to me had happened to them, the person would be in prison. There's no doubt about it. You know, fraud, corruption. Even her brother phoned up and tried to pretend that he knew where Rhian was and tried to get money out of us. After an appeal went out on Facebook. A family friend, well, her partner said he was in the armed forces and convinced me and my wife that he could find and bring my daughter home. I sat at home waiting for that telephone call to say, right, you need to get your arse into gear and go to Brides Norton because we're flying you to Poland to get your daughter. And in the end, when I worked out he was lying, you just lose faith in people. You know, and everyone becomes a threat. Everything becomes a threat.
Okay, so Tom, just quickly talk to us about the level of paperwork that you've accumulated over the years for your child's abduction.
So this is just some of the paperwork. This bit here is pre-Rhian's abduction. All of this. This is all some of the letters to MPs and government officials. Most of them now talk to me on email. Applications for the ICACU, emails, tons of them, and court papers. Just again, these are just some of them. The other thing is, when I do anything, I have to get it translated from Polish into English and English into Polish. This is a briefing note that I did for the Minister, Chris Heaton Harris, who was in post for about 2 weeks. And now I'm dealing with James Cleveley. Well, yeah. So
effectively, you've become a detective, basically. Essentially, because you've got to investigate where your daughter is on a regular basis, just in case she moves again.
Yeah.
Then you have to collate all the data and provide it to different services. And on top of that, you're doing law stuff, so you're in the realm of detective stroke solicitor, all by yourself. And it's been now 5 years, near enough, 5 years, that you've been trying to get your abducted daughter back to the UK.
it is. So I've done Essex Police's job. I've supported Suffolk Police. I've supported the courts in England, the courts in Poland, police. Well, there's no support for me. I'm tired because this is exhausting and it doesn't stop.
And that's your beautiful daughter there?
That's Rhian. Yeah, that's a shopping trip. She was 6 years old. She was taken just before their 5th birthday. Last time I spoke to Rhian was in 2019.
What does the future now hold for you and your family, Tom?
It's a really difficult question. And what I'm worried about now is silly things like dying and not being able to say goodbye to my daughter. I don't know because I'm in limbo. I carry on and I do the best I possibly can for everyone concerned, but sometimes it's not good enough. So, but all I can do is keep trying, and I don't know. We're about to go through the biggest financial crisis this country's seen in a long time, and people can't eat. We've got food banks all over the place. Am I going to be able to pay my electric bill and feed the kids? I don't know. I just keep fighting and I keep looking for different ways. But I suppose in reality at some point I have to come to terms with the fact that I might not see my daughter again. As so many fathers do. It's just not fair, really. And it's not fair. It's not fair for any dad to go through this. It's not fair for any parent, man or woman. It's not fair on the child. Hello, Rhian. I just wanted you to know that I've done nothing but fight to get me back into your life. Every minute of every day, of every year that goes by, I'm thinking about you. I love you and I miss you. And I hope you're well and I hope you're doing good at school. Daddy misses you, and one day you will learn the truth about what really happened. I love you.